Okay, if you're a skinny guy trying to build mass, here's what 35 days of training non-stop has taught me. One, you need to manage your intensity. Okay, you can't train every single day without not managing your intensity. Now, what that means is you have to decide whether Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, which days are your intense days. For me, Mondays are intense, Tuesdays are intense, Wednesdays are intense, and then Thursday, Friday are kind of like my medium intensity. And then Saturday and Sundays are my recovery sessions, right? And then as a result of that, it would allow me to manage my tiredness. All of these points that I'm telling you guys is pretty much managing your tiredness. Second, your nutrition. Nutrition is super important because this is what happens if you don't eat the right amount of food. You will get tired. You make dumb decisions like saying, hey, I can't go to the gym, I'm too tired, yada 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 yada. And also, if you're working your 9 to 5, which I am, it's so important that you have the right nutrition because you can't function not having enough food. Your brain will function to the optimal position without not having enough food. Specifically for the work that I do and specifically for the work that you do, I suspect, it requires your brain to think extremely, extremely hard. So therefore, if you manage your intensity, you manage your nutrition, it will help you out in the long run. 3, manage your sleep. These are things that for me, the third one is something that I'm working on because I am extremely bad at managing my sleep. I go to bed around 10:30 and then wake up around maybe 5:30 naturally. Now, I get extremely tired because either I'm very light sleeper, so I need to manage that. But let's go through all those 3 things that I've said in a little bit more depth. The reason why you manage your intensity is because you want to make sure, one, that you're hitting the right muscle groups at the intensity, and then also you don't want to start having fatigue. What fatigue does is that you will actually allow the high likelihood of getting an injury, which is something that you do not want to have. Because at the end of the day, you're working out for longevity. This is for me, I don't know about you, but for me, I'm working out for longevity. Although I want to increase my mass by the end of next year, it is so important that I do that in a sustainable manner because sustainability allows longevity. That's just one thing for me. The other thing that you want to manage your intensity is because if you manage your intensity well, you get good quality of your workouts. Sometimes you may not have great days, but over the long run, meaning over the 7-day period, you will manage the quality of your workouts. The quality of your workouts will allow you to build mass. You build mass, your body will change. That's super important because if you just go in the gym for the sake of just going to the gym and you're not working out at the intensity that's required for you to tear up your muscles, then what's the point of going to the gym? What's the point of putting yourself in that painful position where you're not seeing results? So that's the other one. 2, managing your nutrition. The reality of the things, if you want to grow, if you're skinny, you need to eat. If you don't eat, you won't be able to grow. If you can't grow, you won't be able to change. It's just that simple. Now, how do I do that? I make sure that my Saturdays and Sundays are days where I make sure that my food for the week is important. Now, this week has been pretty bad because I haven't really done that well. So next week is something that I'm working on right now. So tomorrow for me, which today's a Saturday, tomorrow I need to go to Aldi or I need to go to the supermarket and start planning my food or my nutrition, right? Usually for me, because I'm trying to gain, I'm trying to eat at a calorie surplus. So I'm trying to get high caloric dense food that will allow me to eat a lot, or allow me to have a lot of calories throughout my meals. So that's that side of things. The third one, sleep. Sleep allows you to recover. I need to say that again. Sleep allows you to recover. I say that because I also need to tell myself that sleep is super important because you can break your muscles, you can eat through the amount of food, but to glue them together, right, you need sleep. Sometimes you won't have enough sleep, but the reality is sleep is super critical in your journey of building mass. That is something that I need to work on. Now, that's something either I need to go to bed a little bit earlier so my body could kind of like mellow down because I think I tend to get excited for the next day. It's just who I am. So that's just my personality. But if you can manage your sleep, if you can manage your intensity, if you can manage your nutrition, you can be able to do this every single day for the next 12 weeks. Now I've been doing this for the last 7 weeks, which is why I'm speaking to it now. And I'll also make another video after the next, I guess, week 12 about how I'm going. But as a result of that, I've gone from 67 kg to 82 kg. Now it hasn't been this in that 7 weeks, but I've also been training for a while now. Now I started training around COVID when I was about 67 kg, and then now I'm like 82, and you can see the different results, right? Because at the end of the day, the decisions that you make now is going to affect you tomorrow. So if you really want to commit to this, start committing now. Don't wait for tomorrow to come because it will never occur. But how you do that, how you maintain that, I think those 3 things, if you do those effectively, you can be able to train every single day, see results, and be able to manage and feel happier rather than be tired all the time. The last thing I want to tell you before you click out is this. As much as you manage all of that, you will get tired. And when you get extremely tired, that's when you'll decide whether you actually want this. Because last night was a very hard workout for me. I got home around 5. I only had 1 meal, and that was my bad because I just simply didn't have time to eat because work was so busy. I had 1 meal, got home around 5 because I had a late meeting. Cleaned up my stuff, put stuff there, I was super tired. And then by the time I hit the gym, it was around already 8. 8 came. I didn't want to eat because I didn't want to eat before gym because my stomach gets weird. So I had to wait until the night after the workout. So the decision was, do I go to the gym and just chill, or do I actually go to the gym and work hard? Because the Friday are usually my intense days. Or for this week it was my intense days. But I made a decision to go and just go all out. I'm not gonna lie to you, it was so painful. Every rep, every set, I was talking to the bar, calling it names. The lady next to me, I think she was also going through something. She was actually quite emotional as well. So I think just a caveat, when you're at the gym, you never know what people are going through. So sometimes when people go to the gym, it's kind of a therapy thing, and I am so grateful that I have a space for that as well. But she was going through her thing, I was going through my thing, and it was just, it was Friday night. It's in Perth. Everybody's really, by 8 p.m. comes, nobody's at the gym, right? So it was like a very small set of people at the gym, and it was just not motivating. I missed my clean. I did 110 kg clean, and I did it. I cashed it once, and then the second time I missed it. But you will get tired. You will get pissed off. But the decision still remains. Will you stick to the plan, or will allow other things to deviate yourself from the plan? And the reality is the people that stick to the plan will see the results in the future, because everybody wants to have a great body. Everybody wants to be healthy. Everybody wants to actually change, but not many people do.